What's up, everybody? Courtney Morris, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy. Coming back to you for the second week of our kind of 4 pillars of health series. Last week was our topic about sleep. If you want some really good sleep tips, if you missed it last week, go back and check that thing out. It's one of those things where everything else that we do and we talk about hinges on that one. Sleep is huge. This week we're going to talk about movement. You tend to hear this question quite a bit, like how much activity do I need to be getting? We all know that sitting is the new smoking and it's killing you, a slow, painful death, right? Everybody's heard that to a certain degree. So how much activity do you really need? If we go by kind of like the government standards, the answer is really not that much. And what they say in general, I think, is like 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week. And so if you break that down over the course of 5 days, that's not much. That's 30 minutes. We're talking about moderate exercise. We're talking like getting your heart rate going from, 70, 80 beats per minute to like 100, 110. That's a brisk walk, basically, or taking the stairs, right? And to pencil that stuff in over the course of the week, piece of cake. Very, very easy to get that much activity. Or the other side, the flip side of that is, I think, like 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. So if you are doing a weightlifting workout, or you're doing Orange Theory, or doing something like that, you'll hit 75 minutes within a day. So the next question is, how do I, because there's studies out there that say, however rigorous your exercise routine is, it will not overcome that 6 hours or 8 hours that you spend sitting. So what can I do during the course of the day to prevent that? And the answer is really simple, and it's right in front of your face. As we're sitting there typing and we're working or whatever, you get up and you move around. Everybody has some kind of device that's attached to their wrist or in front of their face that can buzz you and set a reminder and tell you to get up and move around. Every 30 minutes at minimum, right? Get up, do not be glued to that chair. As soon as you're glued to that chair, tissues start tightening up. You're not as proficient with the exercise that you'll do down in the gym. And now all of a sudden you're setting yourself up for injury. You have to recognize that if you are spending your entire day sitting, then you're compromised. And you have such a higher incidence of injury doing those things that you like to do, or just general malaise and fatigue and low back pain and all these other things that come with not moving. So, get yourself a high-low desk. Make your boss pay for it. Get your doctor to sign off for it. I'll sign off on it. Or get yourself a step stool to put underneath your feet at work. Get yourself a fidget bar. Get yourself something to keep you from being sedentary, right? We know how big of an issue, sedentary, sitting at work is, for our kids and everything like that. They say over the course of a year, I can't remember what the number is. Over the course of the year, if you have a standing desk and you're using it, half of the time, versus, just being sitting all the time, it's the equivalent of running like 15 marathons or something like that. Don't quote me on that. All statistics are made up. It's something like that. So get yourself up, get yourself moving. Do not be sedentary. Do not be sitting in your chair. And especially if you're an athlete, it is costing you. It's costing you performance. That's the kicker. You might have a great heart rate, blah 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 blah. You're leaving bits at the door. You're leaving pieces at the door or at the starting line because you weren't prepared during the course of the week. So next week, tune in. We're going to continue on this series. But like this thing, share this thing. Thanks very much for listening. Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.